The WNBA is a charity organization. It's big brothers, big sisters. The average worker at Big Brothers Big Sisters doesn't make $220,000. It's a charity. They probably make $40,000 or $50,000. And it's not because men are sexist scum. And if we had started women's basketball in 1946 or whatever, or whenever the NBA launched, the WNBA would be more popular. The skills aren't the same. No one wants to see Brittany Griner play basketball because it doesn't look as beautiful and it's not as skilled as when LeBron James plays basketball. That's a fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure eventually y'all gonna get tired of these WNBA videos, but I can't help it. When I come across something that is worth talking about and noting, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot pass it up to save my life. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. I think he is an NBA analyst. I guess a WNBA analyst as well. As he basically tells y'all that the WNBA is nothing more than a charity organization. Which is true. It was basically a league that was gifted to women to play basketball by the NBA. And I say this time and time again, the league's success should not be influenced or berated at the fact that men aren't doing their part to support the league, or, oh, they're holding us back and they're doing this. They don't pay us the same as they pay NBA players and blah, 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 blah. Right? I want y'all to think of it like this. If you were gifted something, right? Let's say you basically were given $1 million. In this case, I think the WNBA receives $12 million, right? From a hypothetical standpoint, I mean, this example may hit y'all, it may not, but for me, this is how I look at it. If somebody gave me $1 million, right? And they said, here, this is for you to do as you please. Basically, this is the money I'm giving you to help support the finances of the league, right? Shouldn't it be your inclination? Like for me, it's like, yo, how can I make more money out of the money they're giving me, right? How can I make this better or make more money so that we can turn a profit and whatever, right? What work do I have to put in order to make this $1 million, $2 million, or $1.5 million? All right, if we're just talking about it on a small scale, how can we turn a profit on the money that was gifted to me? It's almost like I feel as though, and this is the truth, and the truth shall set us all free. I think that the fact that the NBA keeps giving money to the WNBA, it's a handicap. And y'all gonna be like, oh, Doc, can't say that, or oh, Doc, I feel you. Either way, it's a handicap. It's like when you keep giving money to family members because they know that money's going to keep coming in. Why do they have to work or go out of their way to do something for themselves when they already know the money that they need is going to be gifted to them? They already know they're going to get their $12 million at the beginning of every year. I believe that's the amount, $10 to $12 million. They're going to get it at the beginning of every year, regardless. Let's say, for example, the NBA said, this is the last year I'm giving y'all $12 million. After this, the league has got to find a way to sustain itself. The league would fucking crumple. Everybody would be like, oh, look at the sexist nature of men. They take away something to give to women and blah, 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 blah. You know what's coming. You know they're going to shit on us if you ever decided to do that. Even though the NBA loses money every year for this business venture, right? They lose money on it every single year. And Jason Whitlock was right, man. Nobody wants to see Brittany Griner play, period. Her skill level is not the same as a LeBron James. It's not even the same as a Kevin Durant, not the same as a Kyrie Irving. Their skill level is not the same, all right? To be honest, man, I love women more than anything in this world, but the WNBA itself is just fucking boring. It's boring. And it's sad to say that because even women believe that the WNBA is boring. That's why you see them more courtside at NBA games where they're probably out there looking for, trying to catch the eye of the NBA players so that they can get some bread or something if they sit courtside, or they just find it more impressive, more enthusiastic. They find the gameplay to be a whole lot better than that of the WNBA. It's just the way that it is. You can't blame nobody else but the skill level. The skill level is just not the same. Nobody wants to see layups all the fucking time. Nobody wants to see a dunk every now and again. It's just not the same. It's not the same, y'all. It will never be the same. And they should be willing to accept it. But rather than accepting it and doing the best with what they have, they want to complain. And I've learned this about women in general. Motherfuckers, if there's a way that they can complain, they will complain. Oh, they will find a reason to complain. They will find a reason to complain. And it's not all, but the high majority of women will find a reason to complain. Oh, well, I think, or you have Brittany Griner a long time ago. She was talking about how she could beat, I forgot what NBA player she said she could play one-on-one and beat or some shit like that. I would love to see that. I think the biggest NBA bust or the 6th man, 7th man, 10th man on the bench will probably still outplay 99.9% of the WNBA. Let's keep it a buck. But again, it's skill level, man. And I'm not saying that women can't do the same thing as men, but like Dave Chappelle said, and I said this in another video for sure, if women could play the same sport as men, there wouldn't be a need for the WNBA. If we knew or we felt that y'all could play in a league with the men, there wouldn't be a need for that. But y'all know for a fact, y'all don't want to admit it, but y'all know for a fact skill level's different. Body types, build, different. Right? You think you can stand at the perimeter and knock down threes all day and somebody ain't gonna contest that shot? Height makes a difference. Physicality makes a difference. I mean, you think we just gonna just let you shoot? No, hell no. Because if it's a game and basically I'm sitting there and my job is to make sure that my team wins, you think I'm going to take a light on you because you female? No. If you want to be here, you're going to get treated like one of us. And then when we treat y'all like one of us, if you ever play sports against a dude, all of a sudden, guess who getting reprimanded or being talked down to or getting disrespected because we played the sport with women because they wanted to play the sport with men and we played them like men. Now we look bad. All right? Which is why there is a league that was basically gifted to you. There was a charity organization called the NBA that basically gifted you an entire league. Don't get mad at men because the WNBA isn't successful. It is not a man's job to make sure the WNBA is successful. It is the women who are part of that organization whose responsibility it is to make sure that league is successful. Okay? That's truth. There's very few men that are a part of the organization that are intricate in the success of the league at all. None, to be honest with you. And the reason that is because that's not our job. They basically gave you a league to do something with, and fucking however long the league's been in existence, y'all haven't done shit with it. Whose fault is that? Let's talk about whose fault it is. If you've had this league and the league's been around for a number of years, and we're going to say a long time, and even Jason Whitlock said they believe that the WNBA would be popular if it came out the same time as the NBA did. Ladies and gentlemen, it's still not the same. I don't care how many years you have under your belt. What makes certain things successful and not successful is the following and the audience of which you gather. It's all about how you're able to market it. The WNBA, baby, honestly, it's not that marketable. Y'all ain't over here playing international games. I mean, we got people going to China, NBA, going to play China and all these other foreign countries and stuff preseason. Like, just scrimmage games and shit. Playing overseas. And they may have some WNBA games that play overseas, but they don't garnish as much attention. But yet and still, because the WNBA is not doing that well, it's a man's fault. Come on, boo-boo. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because to me, it just makes you look bad. To sit there and continuously blame men when something that a woman does or something that a woman should be able to make successful, on their own, they can't do. It's always the man's fault. I just realized that. Whenever something can be successful by the hands of a young lady, and anytime they can find a way to blame men or it's men's fault that this ain't successful, they're going to always push it on us. Why? Because that alleviates the blame. And I think that's what they're doing. They're alleviating the blame. because the league is shit. Let's keep it a buck. The league is boo-boo. And now that's the reason why it's easier to blame men than it is to take accountability. The A word, everybody's favorite word, accountability. It's very, very easy to blame the men for your shortcomings than to actually take accountability for the fact that y'all just can't push a league. Y'all just can't. It's sad, but it is what it is, man. I'm going to let this one rock, man. Shout out to Jason Whitlock, man. Y'all take care, man. Y'all stay blessed. If you enjoyed the content, man, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel in any capacity, you already know how to do that, man. There's a heart in the corner. Also, Cash App, PayPal, man. I appreciate y'all locking in. I appreciate y'all supporting the movement, man. Doc's on to the next one. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.